I'm your host, Uncle Joe, and I am joined here tonight by Coach Sean, Coach Levi, and of course, the one, the only, the irreplaceable, head to toe healer, Dr. Kevin W. Reese. How are you today, Dr. Reese?
Hello, Uncle Joe. I am good. We are coming off of the 120 book release party, and it was a pretty good turnout. A lot of people from all over the country. There was more people from out of Connecticut than there were in Connecticut. So I appreciate that to everyone who came out.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a really nice party. I know I personally had a real good time, and I know it looked like everyone else did. And it was great to meet everybody, people we've only seen here online, finally get to see them in person, shake their hands. And it was really, really great. Thank you. Thank you for having that. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah,
And
and the trailer, the highlights of the party are out there, and yeah, it was just and some people didn't know that we're having the party, even though we promote it, but some people miss it.
right.
And
Oh,
so I have an announcement later tonight on something else. Something,
okay. You sure
something.
you don't want to give it up at the top of the show? Or you good?
All I can tell you is may the fourth be with you. That's all I can say. That's all I can
Yeah,
say is
I noticed that.
may the fourth be with you. All I can say.
Okay. All right. So, Dr. Reese, this week on Rumble, you had a very interesting video. It was the top 7 best foods ever, pretty much.
Ever. All
The
time.
all time, the healthiest foods of all time.
All time.
And, we can, let's see if I can remember them. Well, there was apples, eggs, grass-fed beef,
Hmm.
sweet potato,
Hmm.
blueberry,
Hmm.
salmon, wild salmon.
Yep.
Is that it? Am I missing any?
One more.
Avocado?
Avocado.
There we go.
There it
Hey,
is.
I was watching, paying attention.
There's the seven right there. Go
Yeah,
go go
interesting.
go check out the full video on Rumble, and big shout out to Rumble who verified us. They're the only social media company that has given us a nice little check next to the name. They're the only ones. So shout out
Right.
to Chris and everyone over there at Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble's an awesome platform. I've been going there more and more less than YouTube, because you get better stuff, I think.
Yeah.
And I can just see, more and more people migrating over there. There's some good creators on there. And we do have a good following over there. We're streaming live there right now. So
Mm,
you can go like, subscribe, share on all our social platforms. But it really would be nice to show Rumble love because they are showing the creator community love. And go watch over there, subscribe over there. Really, what's the difference? It's all video streaming. So if you got a
right.
choice between two, go to the nice one. Anyway, so okay, hey, we got a great crowd
Zoom
in the
room.
chat room here in the Zoom, and I got a bunch of people in here. So anybody, let's find out where everybody is from. Put your location in the comments on all the social media platforms, including the Zoom room. I want to welcome everybody who's in there. I see a lot of familiar faces. Madonna is back. I see Blondie is back from last week. Dr. Goldstein's here. So a lot of our regular people are here, and I want to welcome you and thank you and give you a shout out. And thanks for joining us in the Zoom room and put your locations in so we can see where you're from. Coach Sean, you got locations down there. Where's everybody from?
Yeah, somebody had a funny name for Chicago. I can't say it. But we
No.
got Chicago, Brisbane, Australia. Let me scroll down a little bit. California, oh, Hawaii, Canada, Lake Tahoe. Where's Lake Tahoe?
Nevada, I believe.
Hmm. Nevada, Florida, Fort Lauderdale again. So Florida, Australia. Yeah, a lot of Australia lately.
Yeah, we're very Dr. Reese, you're popular in down under there, huh?
I am. We have a connection, me in Australia.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm one of the first people I remember that we ever encountered with the program was from Australia.
Yeah. Lucy,
Yes.
shout out to Lucy.
Yeah, Lucy. Exactly right. Lucy, Pioneer Lucy.
Hmm.
All right. I got West Cliff, Colorado, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Mars. I got Mars in here in the Zoom room, and I bet you can imagine who that is. Uh, Le- Levi, where are your people from?
So we got an Eastern North Carolina, a Philadelphia, Chicagoland, West Virginia, West Virginia.
A lot of
That's what
West
it's looking.
Virginia tonight. All right.
I'm seeing a lot of out of country here.
Yeah, very interesting stuff.
Hmm.
We got a New Jersey.
New Jersey was in the building for the party, let me tell you.
Yes.
I mean, every time, nice to meet you. Where you from? Jersey. Nice to meet you. Where you from? Jersey. Nice to meet you. Where you from? Jersey.
What
I, w-
exit? No.
I was surrounded by Jersey at the party. So thank you so much to the Sopranos and gang for coming through.
Right. Big shout out to Dr. Goldstein for coming up, hanging out. It was nice chatting with him. Him and I had a
Dr. G
long.
brought me some gluten-free wine.
Did he really? Are you drinking it now?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but you didn't. Yeah, but you didn't have a corkscrew.
I'm not
Not
a
on
drinker,
him.
so I didn't have a corkscrew.
I'm gonna
All
have to
right.
send you. I'm gonna have to send you a corkscrew.
Please do.
There we go.
But
All right.
the next event is coming.
Yeah,
So
we'll tell you all about it. It's a Star Wars event. Uh, okay, so Coach Sean, let's get right into the questions.
Yeah. So someone is asking Dr. Reese, what do you recommend for a healthy pillow?
wow, that's a really awesome question. I mean, for me personally, I like thick pillows, too thick pillows, but you want your head to be able to sink into it. You don't want to be on top of it like a block. So you want to sink into it, and you can use the second one to cuddle with if you so choose. But as far as brands and whatnot, I can't really say. I mean,
My pillow? No.
I think people spend too much money on their bed stuff. They go and they buy these $5,000 beds, and they go and they get these crazy pillows, and it's just really not needed. I could even make a case that sleeping on the floor is healthier. You just you know what's important is postural therapy, getting out of bed, banging out some cats and dogs, and getting yourself back into alignment, because you were just curled up in a little ball for eight
Yeah.
hours, and it's like you got to uncurl yourself, you got to unstick yourself. The bed is like it's like being back in the womb. You're
Yeah.
under the covers, and if you're anything like me, I turn the heat off at
Oh, good for you.
at my house. So when I wake up, the hardwood floors are frozen. So, the colder you can make the room, the darker you can make the room. I think that's more important than your pillow.
Yeah, I agree. And you made a real good point that kind of like woke me up. It's like all this money people are spending on these sleep number beds, and one side goes higher than the other, and they're spending tons of money. And like you said,
No.
you might be better off sleeping off on a hard floor with a blanket, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And they have these devices that monitor their sleep patterns. It's like, come on, man.
You know what the worst part about the sleep phenomenon is?
What's
That
that?
there's too many people sleeping with other people.
Oh,
Kick
I'll
'em
leave
out. Kick them out. Sleep on your own.
it.
Oh my gosh. I mean, my whole life I remember hearing my mom be like, "Oh, he kicked me by accident. He's moving his leg." It's like everyone's always complaining about the husband or the wife.
Yeah.
Just sleep by yourself. Go back to the old days.
Like Lucy. Do you remember I Love Lucy? They slept in separate beds.
Get the two separate beds. Come on.
And when you need to be together, you go together.
That's
you
right. You set an
know?
appointment. Like, hey, you
Hey,
cool?
come on over. My bed tonight.
It makes it more interesting.
I totally agree with you on that, Dr. Reese. I almost believe in separate rooms, even for married couples.
I think separate houses are even better. I mean,
But it's almost like you invite them in when you want happy time. Come on,
Oh, man.
makes it more special.
We're too close. We're too close. We're too
Yeah.
close.
But I agree. You're right. The more room you have to sleep, the better.
Yeah, and some people sleep with their dogs and their cats.
Oh,
And,
God. Oh, you're right. Oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
bet
Yeah.
Elise probably does with her bat. She probably sleeps with the bat. You see the bat there?
I see the and people wonder why they can't sleep. Oh, I don't know. Maybe because there's 5 other animals in the bed with you. I can't sleep. Oh, gee. Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Levi, what do you got over there for us?
Well, actually, about this topic, what do you think about fans and like having noise in the background?
Oh,
That's my question.
I thought he was gonna say what fans like
Yay, fans. Yeah.
fans mean something different to me these days. I think a fan is absolutely necessary in your room when you go to sleep because you need to circulate the air. And that includes in the winter. You have to circulate the air. You don't want to be in a box with stagnant air. You want it to circulate.
So there's nothing wrong with the noise in your opinion?
No.
Okay.
No.
No, I
That's
actually
what-
used to like to sleep with an air conditioner. I thought that white noise was kind of soothing. Different people
Yeah.
need different things to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did have a question here in the Zoom room from Suzanne, and she's willing to come on. So, Suzanne, are you there? Suzanne Bellestro. There you are, Suzanne. There you are. You had a question for Dr.
Hi.
Reese. There she
Oh,
is. How are you, Suzanne?
I'm good. Sorry about that.
Nope, no problem. As long as you're here, that's all that matters.
Excellent. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
Yeah.
So my question is stiff person syndrome. As we know, I think it was Celine Dion who someone said that she had that, but I saw a video the other day of this gentleman who was just in excruciating pain, and I did the at Dr. Reese on the video because I just felt for this guy, and his wife or caregiver, was trying to answer questions, and she says, "Oh, it's autoimmune, and there's nothing they can do about it." I'm like, "No, we can do something about it." I just, my heart went out to that guy.
Yeah. It's a nutritional deficiency,
Yes.
and it's a condition that animals have suffered with, but we eliminated it in animals through
Yes.
giving them the proper nutrition. And the medical monopoly just doesn't look
No.
at the advances that we've made with livestock, and so people
Exactly.
get stuck
Exactly.
in the suffering. And
But,
yeah,
I mean, they say Celine Dion who is taking care of her? Why aren't people helping her? I can't imagine why.
Because
they're
she's going to the wrong people for help.
I know, but
right.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
we need to get to these people. We need to
That's
help
why
these
we're
people.
here.
I know. I don't know how to get to them though.
Share.
Dr. Reese
Yeah.
must know. You know how to get to them.
Well, I think it's going to take a big interview or two on one of these podcasts.
Yes.
Grant Cardone has already messaged me. So
Uh-huh.
that's a step in the right direction. We'll see what happens with that.
Mm.
But it's gonna take somebody big putting me on their platform. You know, if you look at a lot of the other health influencers, they typically have a lot more followers than I do.
Well,
So
yeah, but hmm
it's just gonna take time, I guess, Suzanne.
Yeah.
oh God, we
Patience
don't
and
have time.
time.
We don't have time. We don't have time because
We
it's
have
just so
nothing but
much.
time.
No, thanks for all you do. I appreciate you letting me come on. I help people kind of the same way you do, you know, on a lower level. I, you know, changed my daughter's neurological and gastrointestinal disorder around with nutritional practices and the GAPS diet. And so that's
Mhm.
why I do it. But yeah, so thanks.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne. Thank you for your support and, pointing that
Absolutely.
out.
Hopefully
you-
we'll see you at the
Absolutely.
next. Well, hopefully we'll see you at the next party.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm in Massachusetts, so I am
Oh, then
close.
get in your car. Let's go.
Okay, I'm coming to the next one.
All right.
Thanks.
Very good. And Suzanne, she brought up a good point in there. The doctors, they said they don't know what causes it. It's
Yeah,
autoimmune and there's
yeah,
nothing you can do. But
insane.
Dr. Reese knows that there is something we can do. And the best way to find out what the root cause is would be through a discovery analysis, correct?
That's right. Everyone needs to get a discovery analysis so that they can know the root causes. If we did one for this woman, Celine Dion,
With the stiff person, right?
yeah, we would be able to. I could show her her pelvis. I could show her her knees. I could show her her ankles. I could show her head position. We could connect the dots with the nutrition, and then that's when the awakening happens. That's when
Right.
the oh my gosh, that's when the aha moment happens, and you can't move forward without that aha moment.
Yeah, and because of that, we're trying to get as many people as possible to do this discovery analysis and find out their root causes so at least they have the information to know what is the next step they want to take. They can make an informed decision instead of hearing we don't know what causes it, but we could treat your symptoms. How about no? How about the opposite? We can treat we know we find out what causes it and the symptoms disappear, which is the correct way. So what we're trying to do now is get as many people as possible. So for tonight, we're offering a special on these discovery analysis. They're usually $500, but for tonight we're doing them for 200
300,
and 300, right? 200 off.
200 off, right?
200 off, $300. And if you want to get a discovery analysis or at least set an appointment for one, if you do it tonight, you email us at peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com and we will get right back to you and set you up with your discovery analysis and get you started in the process. But that's for tonight only. We're taking $200 off the cost of a discovery. So tonight they're $300. Just email us real quick tonight before midnight, peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com. And again, it's a non-invasive thing. It's something that'll take you 10 or 15 minutes. You just snap a few pictures, and what you get back is a customized video from Dr. Reese that you can keep, watch over again, so you can really learn more about your body. And believe me, like you said, it will be an aha moment. I don't think I have talked to anybody who's had a discovery who didn't say, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I never knew. So yes, anybody who's looking for that for tonight, we'd love to have you come in. We'd love to get as many people as possible, start building our community. So email us peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So Coach Sean, let's go back to you. Let's answer some questions.
So this is just a question that just came up. Somebody's asking, what are the benefits of a discovery analysis?
Well, the benefits are knowing your root causes
Yeah.
so that you can have answers, because if you keep going to the medical monopoly, you're going to end up on the carousel of frustration. You don't know anything. You don't know what's going on. And that includes blood labs.
Yeah.
because
I
in
mean,
blood labs they don't check the nutrition that creates the function, but they check the function. So they'll, for example, they'll check your GFR, which is the filtration of your kidneys, but they don't check the nutrients that creates the raw materials of the kidneys.
mm,
So all you're doing is testing the end result. You're not testing the root cause.
right.
And that's just one example of many, and so we get to the root causes, and you can only do that through the discovery analysis.
Yeah.
This is the aha moment that most people need.
Yeah. You know, it's like when you go to the medical monopoly, hey, we already know our symptoms. Yeah, I don't need you to tell me my symptoms. The biggest question I've always ever had is why? Why did this happen? What is the cause? And that's the biggest question they can never
They
answer,
don't know.
ever.
It's genetics all the time.
A toxicity in the air, come on, give me a break. They can never answer that question. What causes it? How can I prevent it from happening again? Oh no, don't tell me about the symptoms. I know the symptoms. I'm feeling them. Anyway,
Oh,
Coach,
really,
yeah, go
really
ahead,
quick.
man.
So, it turns out that our Rumble is getting some questions, and
All right, go for it. If you got a rumble question, let's rumble.
so, so somebody is asking, how do I get the 90 nutrients to absorb in my body, and also how do I get that every day? I have osteoporosis. Does K2 help? Vitamin K2.
Well, K2 helps with the calcium for sure. It helps circulate the calcium. We have the supplements for the 90 essential nutrients. That's not something that we give people in the public. We we prefer to have a contract, and we prefer people to be in our program. I'm not a supplement pusher, but the 90 essential nutrients are absolutely necessary. And if you want to absorb them, then you have to get off the pour for foods, and you have to make sure that you have stomach acid. I was talking to someone earlier on a Zoom call who was going down the path of alkalinity. And I'm like, well, if you go down the path of alkalinity, you're going to lose your stomach acid. And if you lose your
Yes.
stomach acid, then you're not going to be able to digest properly.
Yes.
Okay. So when food comes down the pipe here, called the esophagus, it's gonna dump into this bag that we call a stomach. And if it's not like battery acid in there, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. You need to be able to break down your food. And a lot of people are not breaking down their food properly, and that's why they end up with acid reflux. That's why they end up with gastritis. That's why they end up with a gallbladder missing. That's why they end up with GERD and whatever else. So, it's just these simple things. And one of the other symptoms is going to be malabsorption. So if you're not absorbing properly, then you can take all the nutrients in the world, and they're just not going to get into your bloodstream.
And I think that's what a lot of the point of getting rid of the poor four foods, and you do say this a lot, is because one, gluten interferes with absorption. It's one of the biggest thing that it interferes with.
Right.
And you have to understand that. And that's the reason. It's not just because, oh, I don't like gluten. There's a reason. Okay.
Right. Absolutely.
Levi. Levi?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have someone asking, let's talk about sleeping problems and menopause. Thank you.
Well, a video just came out today on menopause, but menopause is, our ancestors went through menopause over the course of 10 or 15 minutes. And now women go through menopause for 5 years or more. It's absolutely ridiculous. And it all comes down to cholesterol deficiency. It all comes down to fat deficiency. It all comes down to mineral deficiencies. And so, you know, it's unfortunate. So you got a lot of women out here that are suffering, and they're going through it early. You got women going through menopause in their 40s. I mean, it's wild out here. It's like torture. And what was the other thing? Was it sleeping, Levi?
Yep.
Well, sleeping, there's a lot of root causes to that. You could be stuck in your head. You could be minerally deficient. There's a lot of reasons why you could not get sleep, but you certainly need sleep. To me, being an insomniac is about the worst disease there is.
Okay. Okay, Coach Sean.
Yep. So someone on FB is asking best way to check food sensitivity.
Oh, there's a simple blood test that you can take. You just ask your primary care physician, who may just talk you off the ledge. I always recommend that people just pay money. Just forget your insurance, forget your primary care physician, and just take it into your own hands. Just pay the money. Go order it. There's ways to order it online.
Yeah, you can order a home one.
You can in my recommendations on peaceoverpain.com, you can get to a laboratory that works with me, and you can just order it there.
Right.
It's just not going to be covered by insurance. You got to get out of that mindset. You got to get out of
Yeah,
that mindset.
that's the medical monopoly mindset.
Insurance is for your car and your house, not your body. That's
Right.
ridiculous.
That's exactly right.
What's your deductible on your body?
Yeah, how much is your body worth?
Come on. It's ridiculous. You got to get out of that mindset, and if you don't have the money, find a way to make more money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I just wanted to remind people that we did have this party, and the party this Saturday was for the release of the Dr. Reese trilogy.
Yeah.
And and there were a lot of people getting their books autographed. We sold out. I didn't even get a copy because I figured I'd wait till the end, but it got
Oops.
sold out. So, but the book is available right now, the trilogy, Peace Over Pain, Reverse the Cause, and Dinner with Dr. Reese. And we did have dinner with Dr. Reese the other night, and it was delicious. I will say
And
that.
I didn't just sign books. I blew on books. I
Kissed.
kissed books. People wanted to touch my hair. I gave everyone whatever they wanted. You wanted it, I gave it to you. It's
Right.
all on the video if you haven't seen the video. And
Yeah.
if somebody says, "Hey, I want to touch your hair," all right, touch it. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's good hair.
I saw a couple
I
people
don't
touching your
blame you.
hair. Nobody wanted to touch mine.
So I just really appreciate everyone coming out, and if it wasn't for being winter, it would have
It
been
would have been great
packed.
because we would have been outside, and
It would
playing
have been packed.
Yeah, I
And,
agree.
and so we had about 50 people, and I'm telling you, about 40 out of the 50 were out of state.
Yeah, no, I
The
agree.
whole parking lot had all sorts of license plates. And man, I mean, it was a pretty cool sight to be, So now it's time to do it again. A lot of people were like, "Well, when are you going to speak?" Well, that's not what the event was. It was just a book release. And, a lot of people were pulling me over the side, and they're like, tell me about this disease, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, I'm not really here to, you know, drop
Yeah, I'm here
knowledge
to
to
hang out. Right.
So I am pleased to say that we're going to open the place back up again
Yeah, why don't you do the announcement now?
for my first in-person seminar in over 2 years. It's going to happen right here in my place, May 4th. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. You can't forget it. May the 4th be with you. And there's going to be a seminar from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And that's going to be followed by the greatest after party of all time.
I like
Dinner with
that.
Dr. Reese right here. If you were here, we got a very big facility. On one side, we have the seminar room, and on the other side, we have the kitchen and the living room and all that. So I'm gonna open up my place completely for you, May the 4th, and tickets go on sale right now. You can go on peaceoverpain.com and get a ticket. There's only
Wow, what a great announcement.
there's only 70 seats, and that's it. So
Wow. Okay, so this is going to be a nice, intimate 70 people event, and people got on the outdoors that you have is amazing. And this is going to be in May, so we'll be able to go outside. It'll be springtime. It's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait.
7 acres,
I cannot wait.
and yeah,
Wow.
May 4th, tickets on sale right now.
Excellent. Right. And how did the peaceoverpain.com, right?
Peaceoverpain.com. And just right up top, it says seminar.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Very cool. So there you go. You can get the books. You can come to our party. And a
I'm
lot of
just
great things are
wondering-
happening in the clinic, Dr.
I,
Reese.
I'm just wondering if there's going to be a brave enough person to do a discovery in front of everyone.
Oh, let's see if we can get some. All right.
Now, someone's going to get a free discovery, but it just has to be in front of almost 100 people. That's all.
Oh, look, I already got a volunteer in the room. Blondie says she'll do it.
Come on, Blondie. Shorts.
You got to come to the
shorts,
party, though, Blondie.
shorts and a tank top. Shorts and a tank top. And we'll do it in front of everyone and show them the position of the pelvis and the head and all that. So
Okay,
yeah.
project it out onto. There we go. All right.
And there will be, there will be security, so everything will be nice
Yeah.
and safe. So
Yeah, and no cameras.
I'm
Okay.
not like a comedian. I'm not going to confiscate your phones before you walk in.
Right. Blondie's getting her tickets now. She says, "Excellent, Blondie. Well, thank you."
Who knows? Who knows how long these are going to be available? I don't know. You just never know how many people care until it happens. So here we go.
Yeah, yeah, and we did have a good turnout. If Saturday was any indication, I think we're gonna have a great turnout. So,
But whoever's listening to this, you got the first jump, because
yeah,
once I go on my IG and TT and all that and make the announcement tomorrow, who knows?
you never know. Okay, Coach Levi, what do you have going on your side?
Yeah, so we got someone asking about anxiety and panic disorders. What is the root cause of that?
Typically mineral deficiencies, but it could also be coming from the vagus nerve, which could also be nutritional deficiency, soft tissue, but certainly posture plays a factor in that. It just depends. There's so many different root causes of anxiety. I wrote a whole chapter on anxiety in my book, Reverse the Cause, so that would explain more.
Blondie wants to know why she can't buy two at a time. She has to buy one and then the other.
Oh, I don't know. Something with the website. I don't know.
Okay. Coach Sean.
Yeah, somebody from FB is asking, what do you think about sleep apnea?
I think it's a posture disorder. I think that, the esophagus and the larynx and all that good stuff are just out of alignment due to the spine. And some people are just severely overweight too, but then you got skinny people that are on sleep apnea too, and the doctors just scare them.
Yeah, I think we talked about that machine and how the hell, how do you sleep with that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Coach Levi.
Yeah. We
Let's
got
go.
someone asking.
Mike
Her
check.
name is Mike check. Cali Girl is asking, what do you think about antidepressants?
I think antidepressants are just like any other drug. I mean, it's a drug. You're just masking symptoms when you can get to the root cause and just reverse the cause. They're not necessary.
Actually makes the root cause worse too.
Yeah, I
Mineral
mean,
depletes nutrients.
that's right. That's right. And people don't want to address nutrition. They just listen to their primary care physician and they just go in circles and circles and circles.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Whoa, what was that?
The picture.
The picture fell?
Yeah.
You knocked down
Oh,
the picture?
I'm right here.
it's a ghost.
Oh my gosh.
It's a ghost.
The ghost of the clinic.
All right. Hey, I do have a couple questions in the Zoom room. I'm hoping these people would like to come on. Linda or Mattel, let me know if you'd like to come on. And okay, there you are, Mattel. You had a question.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I've been suffering with candida overgrowth and I've been doing my own cleanse. And now I think that my cravings are back because, of course, I'm eating again carbohydrates, the fake food. So
Mm.
I'm trying to be healthy again and control my candida.
Well,
So, Dr.
the main
Reese, what are your thoughts?
the main root cause of candida is not enough stomach acid.
Mm,
So when you get carbohydrates getting into your stomach and you're not breaking it down properly, it's going to ferment and this will spread into a fungus.
okay.
Exact same thing as parasites too. Same thing with parasites. So stomach acid is key. So, you got to up your salt and all that good stuff and you got to do what's needed. Get off the poor four foods. I have a whole chapter on candida in the Reverse the Cause book, but you got to nip that in the bud or you'll end up with yeast all over.
Right, because I've been suffering, and the reason why I am now into alternative medication because I'm suffering with acne for a long time, and I'm already in my late 40s, almost in my 50s. I still have my acne, and then the doctor prescribed me with antibiotics, and it's like, oh no, this is too much. So
Mm.
that's why I am now into alternative medications because I'm tired of the mainstream medicine.
Well, you want to get healthy from head to toe so that you don't have any of this. You don't need any medications. You don't need any of that. You just need to get healthy from head to toe.
Okay, thank
And
you.
Yeah,
your
yeah. Why
body
don't
will do
you
its work.
send us an email and see if you can get hop on and do a discovery.
All right.
Yeah, send
Okay.
us an email over to peaceoverpainclinic@gmail because I understand Candida. I've had it myself and it's for the same reason. I am still working on getting my stomach acid up. So I think
Right.
it'd be a great thing for you.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks for coming on. I love it when people come on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, Mattel. All right, Coach Levi, how are we doing over there?
Good. And I got someone asking, what do you think is the root cause of bunions?
It's well, it's one of two things. It's either the position of the pelvis or it's wearing narrow shoes for too long. It's one or the other, if not both. But then sometimes, just sometimes you could have a rotated femur. The rotated femur brings the foot out. Now you have an inverted foot. Now you're walking around like a duck. That'll create a bunion. Or one side of your pelvis is higher than the other. That brings down pressure on the other side. And then your foot everts out. Same thing. You start walking around like a duck. And that pushes the toe in.
Right. Okay.
I have a whole chapter on bunions
Yeah.
in my book.
Yeah, and it's good to read that chapter before you go get it shaved and have the doctor start cutting it out because I remember talking to many people in the Peace Over Pain in the rabbit hole group who have had that operation, and it's more trouble. It causes more problems, more trouble than it's worth. So you got to nip it in the bud now.
That's right.
Yep. And I see our friend Linda in there. Linda Beaudoin, how are you? Would you like to come on and ask your question?
Hi there, how are you? Yes, I would. I've just recently signed up and really anxious to get going. So I had 3 questions, and please God let me remember them. The one of them was about cholesterol. Okay, now I know because I've listened to you talk, and I've also read this, that they changed the parameters for measuring cholesterol back in the 40s. Is that correct? Yeah,
Yeah, but
sometime around there. So everyone was really reading high. Well, I've been having pressure, so much pressure from doctors for 20 years now, because I've always had extremely high cholesterol, but it does not worry me. And I just knew this intuitively. They went, "Oh, you have to go on drugs." I went, "Nope, not doing it." And oh boy, there's always an argument in the doctor's office. I had, no lie, swear, I had one doctor stamp his feet like a 2-year-old and walk out on me. He just walked out on me.
yeah,
I went, "Oh, I guess he's upset. Maybe I should leave or something." But
yeah.
I still wouldn't go on the drugs. So I've changed doctors several times in this period. Every single time they're trying to push this darn drug on me. 2 of my brothers ended up going on this drug. It ruined their health completely. And I'm the oldest of 4, completely ruined them.
Mm.
So I held my ground, and I had to come to a compromise to calm down my doctor. He says, "Well, why don't you go for a CT scan, and they'll test the bottom of the heart to see if you have any crystallization." I says, "Why do I have to go through all that for? I don't feel any pain in my heart. My heart's fine. I can run, I can dance. I dance twice a week. I work out.
Mm.
I don't have a heart problem." So I still agreed to do it just to make him happy. But I'm thinking I'm going to cancel. I would like your opinion.
Well, I can't give you.
I know this is a tough one.
Now we
I know.
we do have a contract because you're in the program, but I still wouldn't say in public. But
Okay, that's the answer right there. I'm
I
very
can't-
smart.
but I can tell you that cholesterol is not a good marker for cardiovascular disease.
Okay, thank you. I know this.
Triglycerides combined with a calcium scoring test, combined with your CRP, combined with your homocysteine, these markers together are a better way of knowing if you have a cardiovascular problem. But I would also say that I think your intuition is on point. If you think that if you don't have symptoms, then why scare yourself?
Yeah, I'm not afraid. I'm just tired of dealing with the flack. I know my body. I know what's good, bad, and ugly, and I'm on board here because I'm dealing with what I want to deal with, and I know I want to reverse this postural thing and the nutrition and all the stuff that you do. So.
Yeah.
That's my answer. I appreciate it, but I have 2 more. Okay, don't go away.
I have something to say. Dr. Reese can't comment. I will just say, in my own personal case, when my doctor was telling me things and trying to push unnecessary surgeries on me, I just fired him and stopped calling him. That's all.
Yeah,
I just fired him. Easy peasy.
It's
okay.
easy.
What was your next question?
Okay, my next question is, did you know, I hope you don't mind me asking, your cookbook, Dinner with You, it has no page numbers. Like,
Well,
what?
Well, that's purposeful to.
I had a feeling, but I have to ask because I'm so curious.
Well, I'm a man of mystery.
I see this.
I'm more Joker than Batman.
Oh my God, that's so funny. That's really funny. Okay, got it. Now the next question, number 3, is you're talking about not absorbing vitamins and all that if you've got the poor esophagus and stomach and whatever. But when we go on your protocol, which I'm due to go on with the nutritionist, and she's going to order all of my vitamins,
Mhm.
how do you know I'm absorbing all of those?
Well, you're not.
So, okay, then.
So, you know, have you had gluten in the last 40 years?
Yes.
Okay. So it's gonna take, it's gonna take time for your villi, which is in your small intestine. It's gonna take time for that to reverse.
Wow.
You're going to absorb the nutrition. You're not going to absorb all of it.
Okay, so it's a
Mm.
slow absorption
Right.
increase as the time goes on.
Right. And that's why we like to mega dose. So
Oh,
we give you 1200 milligrams of calcium. If you're lucky,
you absorb this much.
you'll absorb 20%.
Okay, okay. And you're saying as you decrease the gluten and all the other bad foods, then the stomach gets better, the villi gets cleaned up, and the absorption climbs up. Correct?
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah, yeah. We have a client now who is having some issues, and we asked, are you off the poor for foods? And the comment is, well, most of the time. And that's the wrong thing. You have to be off completely. You have to. You can't go gluten free and then have a gluten muffin because you're at your mom's house some morning and you're like, oh, that looked good. It was just once. Then you're
Yeah.
starting from scratch all over again.
Yeah.
Think about it like heroin. Okay, you're
Mm.
off the heroin. Okay, are you just one day? Are you just gonna be like, well, I'll just shoot up just a little. It's okay. I haven't had it in 10 years. Like, this could no, this is not good.
Now
Yeah, you got to treat
that's
it.
really
That's a good coordination there. You got to treat it the same way, like an
Yeah.
addiction.
I have to say, since I read the book, I already told you the story. I was coming back from holiday, and I bought your book before I went, and I read it like it in no time. I just read it, and I love the way you write. It is so easy to read, and it's like you're standing right in front of you talking. It's very personable and lovely. So I love the way you write. And
Thank you.
I as soon as I read the book, as soon as I read it, I actually went off gluten and sugar. So it's been, oh, mon Dieu, maybe 3 weeks or something like that. Okay. And I have not cheated. And my thing, what I love to do is going to the coffee shop and talking to everybody. And of course, you're having your croissants and your this and your lovely little cappuccino and you're chatting away. But I've not done it. I've not cheated once. I just wanted
Good.
to brag about that, if I don't mind, please.
You should brag about it.
Congratulations.
You kidding? I didn't think I could do it. I honestly thought, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? I'm not going to be able to do this. This is crazy. I might as well just not because I'm going to fail and then I'm going to feel miserable. You know the thoughts that go through your head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course
the
you do.
Michael
Yeah, of
Myers.
course you do. You
Yeah.
must hear it 1,000 times. Yeah. So I've not cheated. And I was even this morning in a coffee shop with my friend. And I said, no, I'll just have like a little black coffee. And I drank like this much, like nothing. And no croissant.
Yay. Congratulations.
No
Linda,
croissant.
thank you for
Thank you.
joining us, Linda.
Thank you for answering my
Pleasure
question. I really
having you in
appreciate
the
it.
program, and say hi to all my friends up there in Canada for me. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I'll
Lynn-
just get them all cornered. I'll get them all in my front yard there.
And once you come on the client meeting, I'll be able to say more. So
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how and when that happens. My brain is a little fuzzy, so I'll let
You'll
it
get an
happen as it
email the
happens.
first Tuesday of the month.
Mhm.
Okay. So,
Okay.
all right, Linda, thank you.
Susie and Elise will be there. I see them
Yeah,
too.
there we go. Say hi, Susie. Hi, Elise. How are you? All right. Very, very good. Hey, just speaking of not being able to say certain things on certain platforms, it is always a good idea to join the newsletter. And if you want to do that, you can go to peaceoverpain.com/newsletter. You get a nice email every single day from Dr. Reese with either an announcement from the clinic or a nice bit of wisdom tidbit for the day. And it's a great way to stay in touch, just in case one of these platforms decides that we are too controversial for the airwaves. So I did want to remind you of that, Dr. Reese. Thank you for reminding me of that. There are certain things we can't say on certain platforms. They don't like it.
Mm.
So, all right. Coach,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
I just put out a video about Starbucks.
Great.
That's an interesting response.
That's all you need.
Last week, I put out a video about the sea monster. That was an interesting response. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, at least we got security.
Anyway, all right, we did have security. So that's right. We might need more this time. All right, Coach Levi, how you doing over there?
Very well, very well. So I have someone asking over here, what do you do for frozen shoulder? Could you do shockwave therapy? What are your thoughts?
We reverse frozen shoulder all the time. It's like Jordan, free throw, eyes closed. It's just easy. It just happens in the program. You get in the program. That's your answer.
Yeah, but I've seen the testimonials. I remember talking to people who had the frozen shoulders, and they were moving them around like crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy
Yeah.
stuff.
All right, very, very good.
Frozen shoulder is an easy one. You know, something like sciatica is harder. You know, some things are easy and some things take longer. Type 2 diabetes is easy. You know, fibromyalgia is easy. You know, muscular dystrophy is not.
Yeah.
You know, ALS is not. You know, so it just depends. But frozen shoulders, you know, slam dunk.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's why our program is a year. It's 120 days plus a year because some certain things take longer than others. You
That's
know,
right.
some things have been embedded in you a lot longer time and are deeper into your body. So, but that's why the program is a year. And we know we all start our journey with the discovery analysis. And I did want to remind people that tonight, if you would like to get a discovery analysis, email us peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com tonight. We're doing a $200 off special. And if you can do that tonight by midnight, we'll get you set up with your discovery analysis by tomorrow. All right. Very good. Just a reminder there. That's how you start your journey to get your root causes and get healed head to toe. I wanted to run through a couple quick ones from the Zoom room here real quick. And this is one I've been interested in hearing about anyway. It's from Priscilla Cooper. And she wanted to know, is it true that if you had chicken pox when you were younger, that shingles live inside of you and they will come out? Now, this is something we hear from the medical monopoly all the time. Got to get a shingles vaccine if you ever had chicken pox. Shingles, shingles, shingles. What are shingles? And is there anything truth to this myth?
Yeah, I mean, if your immune system is low, you could have a breakout.
Mm-hmm.
So you just keep your immune system high. Stay healthy
Right.
head to toe. Get off the poor four foods, you know? You can definitely turn that around.
Right. And I can speak from my own personal knowledge. I had chicken pox when I was younger, and I've never even had an or any inkling of shingles, But yet all you see is get a vaccine because you could. You could. A brick could fall on your head too, Is there a vaccine for that? It was like we were talking about with all those tests. You could have crystals in your heart. Yeah, there's a lot of things you could have.
I just want to know where the word inkling comes from.
That's a good question. Where does it come from?
Inkling. It's just such a weird word. Inkling.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree. So it's an immunity thing. The shingles is an immunity thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But the actual chickenpox is a virus.
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
but again, if you have immunity,
it'll fight it off. Right.
yeah,
Right,
you
right, right.
it typically happens in children with who,
Have low
don't.
immunity.
Yeah, right.
Agreed. Okay. I got you. All right. I saw that in there and I just wanted to clear that up. Okay. Coach Sean, I haven't heard from you in a while.
It's because he's knocking pictures off the wall.
That's right. He's putting it.
I see it in the hallway over here. It's my favorite
So,
picture too.
apparently I wasn't given a good answer, but someone's asking about
Did you get cussed out?
kind of.
Finally,
Oh,
it's
you got
usually
cussed
me.
out
Oh
on
yeah.
the social media. What did they say to
Finally.
you? Sean,
Finally. Levi's probably jealous.
what did they say, Sean?
But no, we're not gonna. But their question was, how can I help my dad that is 80 years old and doesn't want to eat? Wait, it just scrolled on me. Mm-mm. Dang, I just lost it. It just like scrolled out of nowhere. Okay, wait. And doesn't want to eat. How can I open his appetite?
Doesn't want to eat. Meaning he just doesn't eat like at all. Like he eats.
Yeah, so like I'm guessing that the dad doesn't want to get on the protocol, or it's just she's not really being that clear. But
Well,
He's 80
yeah, she
years
says, "I'm not here
old.
for you. I'm here for Dr. Reese." So let's just give her Dr. Reese.
I'd like to answer that with a story. There's this old gentleman who frequents our place here, and he's 78, 79, something like that. And he was, he's all beat up and he's asking me, what do I do about my arthritis? What do I do about my drop foot? What do I do about this, my diabetes? And so, boom, I say the same things that stay here and whatnot. And he's like, oh, he looks at me with these old gentle eyes and he says, I don't want to change. I'm old, I'm like, well, at least you're honest. Most people aren't honest about it. He's like, I don't want to change. I'm like, I understand. I understand. Just so don't change. Go out on your own shield.
Yeah.
I respect that more than people that are in denial. And they're like, well, I just need to go to the medical monopoly and get a shot, or I need to go to the medical monopoly and get this medicine and blah blah blah. And they're just, and then the daughter or the son wants them to change because they care about them and blah, blah, blah. But you just got to let people go out on their own shield.
That's what there may be a reason this person at 80 years old decided to stop eating. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
Blondie. Yeah.
she
Blondie
says
said
he
it
had
right in there.
Alzheimer's. To clarify, she just added that he has Alzheimer's.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, when you have a dementia, you in a way you revert back to being a child. So now there's temper tantrums and there's
I don't want to eat.
potential violence and there's yeah.
Okay.
There's
So that
there's
adds
nothing.
another layer to it.
No, yeah. I mean, in our brain, we have a brain program for people with dementia. We promote smoothies because people like sweet. If you give them a smoothie that tastes really good,
That's a good idea.
you can hide a lot in there.
A lot of nutrition you can throw in a smoothie. That's
Y-
true. And that might fool them. Oh, want a milkshake? Here
Yeah,
you
you want a
go. Put a little
milkshake?
something
Yeah.
on top like whipped cream and a cherry. There you
Yeah.
go.
There you go. But you're hiding nutrition in there.
That's a good idea. There
Bait
you
and
go.
switch. Bait and switch.
Switch. There you go. There's a couple of ideas for you. And sorry to hear about your dad's situation. Okay, so we're at 7 o'clock.
Are we?
I
Wow.
yes, Linda in the chat in the Zoom room did say that inkling means whisper or motion, and it comes from 16th century England. So I did want you had the question where it came from, and we got it there in the Zoom room. There's the
A
answer.
whisper?
Or a mention.
Mm.
Yeah.
I thought it
Yeah.
was like a feeling, like
Well,
like a hunch.
yeah, maybe that's what it means, a whisper in your ear,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So, do you want to go for a couple more minutes and take a couple more questions? It's up to you.
Sure.
All right, let's do.
If I can get my inkling on.
All right. Hey, you know what? Do you have a question for the audience, real quick?
I just asked it. Maybe I don't know if they heard or not.
All right, Doctor. All right, let's do one more round with the guys, and then we'll sign off for the night. Coach Levi, last question of the night. What do you got?
Yeah, so Michelle is asking, what do you do with uterine polyps? When is surgery and removal of these types of things okay?
Well, polyps, I mean, it's pretty much little globs of lymphatic fluid, And so if you get healthy from head to toe, they'll dissolve. They're in the same category as tumors, nodules, you know. So when do you need surgery? Well, when you're too far gone, you need surgery. So only you can make that decision. Only you can judge that, but you know, my philosophy is to get healthy from head to toe, not to treat the symptom. I mean, sometimes you have to treat the symptom. It just if you're too far gone, you got to treat the symptom,
Yeah, if it's gone too far, right?
but that's a sign that you're not healthy from head to toe. So it's it's your body's
Waking you up.
your body is sending an alarm. It's like,
Yeah.
hey, bam, 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 bam. Like, are
Because
you
they know you
listening?
understand pain, right?
Right. Are you listening? Because we're, trying to tell you something right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. We got to, and this is part of what, you show us in the book and everything. You got to learn to listen to your body. This is what these root causes are all about, listening to your body. All right. Okay. Coach Sean, what do you got? Last question of the night. Sign us off with a good one.
Let's see.
I'm trying to ask a question. I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Mary.
I'm sorry.
I've been trying to chat with you and asking you if you wanted to come on, but sure, what would you like to ask, Mary?
Today on Good Morning America, they were talking about Alzheimer's disease.
mhm.
And they were saying that there is some kind of blood work test that you can know if you have that disease or not.
Yep.
Did
True.
you hear that? True?
Mhm.
Yeah. What is that name of that test?
Oh, it's in my book. It's Apo 4 or something like that. I forgot the name of it off the top of my head. It's in my book, but
It's in the book.
it doesn't mean you're gonna get it. It just means that you have a higher risk.
Okay. But can you go to your primary doctor and ask him to do that test for you?
Well, they might do it, but I don't know why you'd want to.
Yeah, why do you want
just to prevent it, to be.
It's not
They-
prevent.
Well, they don't know what they're doing, so they don't know how to prevent it.
And the other thing, I have a cousin too.
So it's like it's
Go
like you're just going for bad news or good news.
It's not preventative, it's diagnostic.
I know, but sometimes they say that you can take care of yourself or you can eat healthy. You can do
Yes.
stuff to prevent it. To prevent
Yes.
it. Yes,
Get
that's
get healthy from head to
Yes.
toe.
Yes. Exactly. The
I
way to
bel-
prevent Alzheimer's is to get healthy from head to toe, and you'll prevent a lot of other things.
Yeah, we teach people to do that all the time in the reversal system. We take great care of you.
Yeah.
okay.
There's no need to spend money on an expensive test.
Yeah, but I have a cousin who needs to do that, and I wanna, I'm trying to help him.
I'll let Dr. Reese talk.
Can you please? What kind of test? What's the name, if you can remember, or you can email me if you remember the name.
Well, the test's not going to help him.
Okay.
The test is just going to scare him.
Mhm.
Shoot.
It's just the medical monopoly mindset. I think part of what we're trying to do here is get out of the medical monopoly mindset.
Mm. Well, thank you very much, Doc.
Mhm.
Hey, all right. I think with that was a great question. Great way to close it up. I want to thank everybody for coming on tonight. We appreciate your support. Please like, share, subscribe, spread the word out to your friends. Remember that if you really would like a discovery analysis to get started it on your journey and discover your root causes, just drop us an email, peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com, and we'll get you started with that. And like I said tonight, $200 off. It's only $300. And that's it. Dr. Reese, any last words?
peaceoverpainclinic@gmail.com. And my seminar is coming May 4th. That's
May
it.
the 4th.
May the 4th
And
be with you.
And I just want to remind people, peaceoverpain.com has a lot of great resources on there. Check us out. Click on all the links. There's a lot of things there's the essentials up there. There's all kinds of different good stuff. So always go to peaceoverpain.com and check us out. Thanks again, everyone. Thank you, Coach Levi. Thank you, Coach Sean. We will see you all next week.
Tuesday, as usual.
Next Tuesday.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Good night.